guys, today I'm here with my November favorites. I've got an announcement and a giveaway, and I've got to talk about my favorites, so let's get started. Let's get started with something I reviewed earlier this month. It is the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo Foundation. I got so many amazing compliments on this video about how well it matched my skin, how good it looked in photographs, how good it looked at the end of the day. And I didn't go into it thinking it wasn't going to work out, but I didn't think it was going to work out so well. I'm so incredibly impressed with this foundation. It says it's a medium coverage, but definitely leans more towards full, because when Dermablend says full coverage, they mean like covering up a sleeve on your arm. So if you're looking for a great coverage foundation that looks good in photos, looks amazing in person, and for me, like if you were at all my coloring, this is like one of the best color matches I've ever had in an Oily Skin Diaries. This is a great option. It's available at Sephora US and then in store at Shoppers Drug Mart if you are Canadian. Something else that I reviewed this month and absolutely love, and I'm sorry because it's very expensive, is the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder. I cannot believe that I've fallen in love with a $57 contour powder, but oh baby, I have a whole demo in the video. I compared it to other bronzers if you're curious to test it out. Recently they released a deep shade, which is the one that I have. Then there's also a medium and a light depending on your skin tone, but I have never had a contour powder that is such a good color match for me. It does not look muddy. I can't overdo it. It's just perfect. Literally sculpts my face and does exactly what you want a contour powder to do. And I've spent a lot of money on trying contour palettes that are in like the $50 range, and then there's like 2 or 3 shades that I can't even use. So for me, not that I don't mind or like I'm totally cool to invest $57 in a contour powder, but I'm really happy to have found something that matches me so well, super long wearing, and can just tell like that it's very high quality. New from Revlon are their Ultra HD Gel Lipsticks, not to be confused with their HD lipsticks that came out a couple years ago in like a small silver tube. These come in packaging that basically corresponds with the shade that's in there, which is always super convenient when you're grabbing for a shade. And I also like that it's a slim tube, so it's easy to get like a more precise application on your lips. These are super moisturizing, so if you're like absolutely fed up and sick or were never jumped on the bandwagon of liquid lipsticks, but you're looking for something that's full pigment, it's going to be shiny and moisturizing, these rock. They've got hyaluronic acid in there, so they're truly good for your lips. The only downfall is with any kind of creamier, shinier lipstick, you can get a little bit of feathering. I would advise a lip liner, blotting, maybe some kind of lip primer as well, but these are just gorgeous. I'm wearing HD Lava today. There's also HD Desert, which is a favorite of mine, a great like easy neutral to throw on. I've got a full blog post with swatches and lip swatches if you're curious to see. I've got 5 of the 15 shades, so I will link to that down below. Another lip product that I have been loving is from NYX. This is one of their Cosmic Metals. So these are kind of like a thick liquefied lipstick that are very metallic, but there doesn't seem to be any glitter in it, in this shade anyways. This one is in the shade Speed of Light. It's kind of like a rose gold with a slight duochrome in it. I was wearing it very full on in my Posh Makeup Organizer unboxing video, which I will link to down below. I also wore this to the Urban Decay store launch, if you saw that on Snapchat or the picture on Instagram, and I just wore it over the Kat Von D Lolita liquid lipstick, just a little bit in the center. It looks so interesting, so pretty without being like way too out there and metallic, so it's a great kind of like, if you're like looking to get into metallics but you don't really want to go like too crazy, this is an awesome shade. It is very, very thick and a little bit sticky, but it does last on the lips a very long time. I don't mind a little bit of stick, and there's no real scent either, and I think it's like a really nice drugstore option for a metallic lip. Let's talk glow, because there was 2 highlighters launched this month or late in October that I'm absolutely obsessed with. The first one is from MAC, and very exciting. This is actually part of their permanent collection. So MAC doesn't often release new permanent stuff, but I am so glad that these are permanent. This is an extra dimension skin finish in the shade Beaming Blush. They've got 3 other shades. For me, this one is like the one that was the most appealing to me. It is a gold with a bit of a pink shift, but not too pink, because for me, I kind of stay away from any of the more pink highlights on my cheeks. I just don't love it. I have more of a yellow undertone. I'm wearing it today in combination with another highlighter, but it's just so gorgeous. It looks great on the eyes. I feel like I've seen a lot of different people wearing it of different skin tones, but they've also got some if you're a little bit more on the pale side as well, if you feel like this might be too deep for your skin tone. Definitely leans more gold than it is pink, but just it is so gorgeous, so, so pretty. And then the other highlight I've been obsessed with, and I have been waiting for this to come out for like ever. Remember like the pandemonium when Makeup Forever released those duos with the bronzer and the highlight? And the bronzer like was good and great and whatever, but like the highlight, and every time I went to buy it, it was sold out, it was sold out, it was sold out, and I just wanted it to be in a single pan anyways. here she is. It is the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion. This is in the shade 02, which is the more golden shade. Then there's also an 01, which is more of a pearlescent pink. I love her. She's so pretty. She's so golden. Another very densely packed product similar to their Profusion bronzer, which is one of my absolute favorite bronzers. The two of them in combination give me such bronzy glowiness. And I love this. I've actually got a blog post on this and a beaming blush down below, so I will link to that. If you're curious to see some more swatches, I've got some comparisons to other very popular gold highlighters as well. If you're curious to know, like, do I really need this? Like, you probably do. But if you're looking to save money, I've got some comparisons. I can't choose. It's like choosing a favorite child. You're just gonna have to like make that decision yourself or just buy both. It's Christmas is approaching, so maybe put them on your Christmas list. From Clarins, I've absolutely fallen in love with another one of their mascaras. They're Truly Waterproof is an absolute favorite of mine. This one is a little bit newer to their line, I think. It is the Mascara Supra Volume. Clarins makes amazing mascaras. Like, oh, they're always so volumizing, so lengthening. And very often I'll reach for like a volumizing mascara and a lengthening mascara and wear two, but this one I can totally get away with just wearing one. I think it is absolutely worth the spend, and it's just such a good mascara. I feel like Clarins can get a little bit overlooked at times. So again, another great item for the Christmas list. From Pure, I was sent their Love Your Selfie 2 palette, and I've seen this around a little bit and it looked pretty, but for me, I almost never reach for these kind of like all-in-one full face palettes because they just never work for me. So I was really curious to try this, and oh my god, I love this. Like, not only do I think it's a good all-in-one palette, but it's something that like I'm excited to use. It's got interesting shades. It's just got like these great, like it's got everything you need, and you never come across that in full face palettes. So you get a mascara that's really good, a kind of lip crayon matte option, and then you also get a gloss that's nice and pigmented. 8 different eyeshadows. You've got like a creamy highlight shade. I would use the bronzer here as my mid-tone shade. You get a red, a deep gold, an olive green. The highlight is the only thing that I would say it's not like a wha-bam highlight. Like, it's not gonna like, you know, give you a crap ton of glow, but it's a really nice highlight. This exposed powder here is actually for setting your under eye, and it's a gorgeous, like, incredibly finely milled powder. This is just like, I don't know, it just makes me so happy that like it actually works for me. Maybe I'm just like being biased because I'm like, holy crap, this actually worked for me. A full face palette? What? But I think it's gorgeous. A lot of skin tones. I love that it's not just like a bunch of plain neutrals. I love that it's also doesn't just have like a random pink in there for no reason. It's a well thought out palette. I think it could work for a lot of people, whether you like darker shades, lighter shades, neutrals, these like gorgeous warm things. It is just such a win for me, and I think it would make an awesome Christmas gift. I've got 2 skincare items that I'd like to mention. The first is a mask from the Body Shop. I've already talked about the British Rose Mask, which is like a gorgeous hydrating mask. This is on kind of the other end of it. It is the Himalayan Charcoal Purifying Glow Mask. I can't say if it is similar to Glam Glow because I've never tried it. But if you're like me and could never spend the money on Glam Glow, I think that this would be an awesome option. It's got that same charcoal kind of gray texture. There's also bits of Japanese green tea in there, and this seriously, like, you know how you use a mask and it'll feel good and your skin will feel soft? This seriously, like, I felt like it changed my skin. It made my skin feel better. It felt clean. It felt detoxed. It's definitely a little bit on the harsher side. So if you have very, very sensitive skin, I would stay away or just use it in targeted locations. If you have oily, acne prone skin, you are going to absolutely love this. You get lots of product in here. It's an absolutely great price, and Body Shop has tons of sales around the holidays as well. So if you've always been like lusting after Glam Glow and could never shell out the cash, I think that this is an awesome option. Lastly, I want to mention this item from Reversa. It is their Acnex Purifying Solution, alcohol free. It is has got glycolic acid in there, salicylic acid, and I love that it's got this kind of pump top so you can just put your cotton bud on top. This is a Canadian brand, yay, available at Shoppers Drug Mart and on their website, and I've used about 2 bottles of this other kind of clarifying solution that they have. It's been in a favorites before. I've written a blog post about it. So they actually asked me if I wanted to do a giveaway for you guys, and I was like, totally, because I've absolutely been loving this. But depending on your skin type, that will depend on the prize that you get. So it's all going to be listed on my blog. Basically, whoever wins gets to let us know what your skin type is, and you will win $300 worth of reverse skincare. It is only available to my Canadian followers because they only are available in Canada at the moment. Finally, we've got something that America doesn't. I am sorry, but eventually I'm sure you will get it. I have found that this makes a great difference on my skin. I use it morning and night, and it just kind of tightens my pores. It helps with like acne breakouts. I still get a few here and there, but it seems to help me manage, and my skin always reacts really well to salicylic acid along with glycolic acid. So I will link to all of that down below. Lastly, I want to talk about my YouTuber of the month slash an announcement, because they kind of go together. My YouTuber of the month this month is That Taylor. I hope I'm getting her name right. I came across her a few weeks ago, months ago. I've been absolutely obsessed with her, and it's funny because she has incredibly pale skin and has like a pale skin series on her channel, which I obviously don't have, but it's funny when you come across those people that you're like, you're talking about something totally irrelevant to me, but I'm still like, tell me more. She just has like a super chill personality, and I really like that. I like when it seems like they're just like, people are just being themselves on camera, and it's not like this whole like song and dance because you're in front of the camera. But she does a series on her channel called the 15 Days of Foundation, where she tests out 15 foundations in 15 days. That got me thinking. Can you see where this is going? Christmas is approaching, so I'm going to be doing a 12 days of foundation inspired by her. By no means am I like trying to copy her, but like imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and I think that it's such a cool idea. I know that you guys really enjoy my foundation reviews, and I've got a ton of foundations that I want to talk about. So I'm going to be reviewing 12 foundations in 12 days, some of the most highly requested foundations, and that will be starting in the middle of December and taking us up to Christmas Eve. I'm super excited. I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's going to be like Foundation Fest 2016. So there you have it. Those are all my favorites. I will link to everything that I spoke about down below, along with That Taylor. If you haven't already come across her channel, of course you should check her out because she is absolutely fabulous and does great foundation reviews. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!